So now let's get to the sound bites about the Trump trial. Well, you got to start with Donald Trump when he left the courthouse. Go.
And remember, and let me just leave you with this. This is all because of Joe Biden and I don't even think it's him. I don't think he's smart enough to think about it. But it's the people that surround him in the office. They're smart. They're fascists, they're communists, but they're smart. And they're ruining our country. But we're going to win this election. November 5th is going to be the most important day in the history of our country. We're going to take back our country from these fascists and these thugs that are destroying us with inflation and with everything they do, how stupid they are, allowing 15, 16, 17 million people into our country, totally unvetted, totally unchecked. We're going to bring back our nation November 5th. Remember, most important day in the history of our country.
All right, it might be the most important day because 4 more years of Joe Biden. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. So Donald Trump framed what his campaign is going to do. This whole trial was ordered by the Biden White House. That's going to be the rebuttal to Trump is a convicted felon. Okay, if he gets convicted. So you saw the frame there. Now, interestingly enough, the former president used a lot of the language that I use because I know he looks at the message of the day on BillO'Reilly.com and the columns and things like that. But all Donald Trump has to do now, in my opinion, after he gets by this thing that never should have happened, is don't make any big mistakes. Don't make any big mistakes. All right? Rein it in a little bit. Run on. Yeah, the Biden administration is going to destroy the country because you can back that up. Don't make any mistakes. He'll be attacked. Now, the media, of course, is rooting for conviction. I mean, 90% of the corporate media hates Trump. There are a variety of reasons. We have gone over them. So let's run 3 sound bites in. First is CNN. Go.
The only issue I think that the jury's going to have to really struggle with is, did he do it to help himself in the election, or did he do it to protect his family? And right now, we really don't have any evidence that says that the main thrust of this was to protect his family.
Then you don't have any evidence that he did to violate election law. There's no linkage to election law. There's no testimony that Trump studied election law, that election law had anything to do with conversations. He just wanted to get rid of it, as anybody would. Anybody would. Now, that judge, Jeff Swartz, he was selected by CNN to say that. They knew what he was going to say because you get a point of view, POV, of all the guests. They knew. And they know who this guy Schwartz is. He wants Trump to be convicted, so they book him as a guest. Same thing takes place on MSNBC. Go.
The government has essentially woven a tapestry of evidence and witnesses that prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Mr. Trump is guilty as charged.
Now, he has to say that, Rosenberg, or he's not going to get on Morning Joe. And he wants to be on Morning Joe. Okay? Because he works for NBC News and high-profile show, so he has to say it. Now, on the other side, Fox News, generally speaking, wants an acquittal. Go.
Once that outcome is behind us, people will see in the not guilty case, what are they going to see? This was a sham trial.
Okay, so I would say 75% of the guests and pundits combined, Fox has essentially 4 liberal pundits working for them. Okay, they should have more, but they don't. They have 4. And those liberal pundits are very careful about what they say. Very careful. Anyway, Fox wants an acquittal here. So you got 2 that want a conviction, 1 that wants an acquittal. News Nation, I was on there last night with Leland Burdett. He's fair. He calls his program the fairest on TV. I'd say Leland's pretty fair. But the other 3 primetime hosts on News Nation, they lean left, but they're not bomb thrower left, and that's why they hired me. Because they need to have balance. They know that, News Nation. They want that. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.